Good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, very good morning. So, have you practiced the yesterday's and day before yesterday's session? The things which you have discussed?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts so
Yes, sir.
far?
सर वो कन्वेयर को जब टूल यूज करते कन्वेयर टूल तब एक डायलॉग बॉक्स अपीयर होता है वो हट नहीं रहा है सर
Uh, Kaunsa, can you please explain me so that see?
सर मे आई प्रेजेंट दी स्क्रीन
Okay, yes, you can do it.
ओके सर सर इज इट विजिबल
Just a second. Yes, it's visible. Okay, you are talking about the dialog box.
यस सर दिस इज द डायलॉग बॉक्स
Okay, uh, press escape. Now click on the conveyor. Okay, now
अगेन
yes, no problem. That will be a pop-up. So which mission you want to click first? Click on the first image. I mean first mission. Okay. Second one.
सो वहां तक
Done.
पहुंचे ही नहीं
Okay.
इट्स नॉट
See, whenever you are going to click anything, then there's a
सर
dialog box it is showing you.
सर हाउ टू रिमूव दिस
Dialog box. No, that will
यस
be,
सर
yes, that will be there. You don't remove that. You cannot remove that. So,
सर इट इज नॉट मतलब प्रॉपर तरीके से नहीं हो रहा है ये ड्रॉ जैसे मैं ड्रॉ करना चाह रहा हूँ सोर्स वन से
click,
स्टेशन तक
yes. Once click on this one.
ओके
See, you have defined something, angle, 58 like that. So, make it 0. Okay. Now, click on this one. Click on second mission.
ओके सर
So that dialog box is like whether you want to give it, I mean, with respect to dimensions or directly you want to give. That is what exactly it is asking. That is why
ओके
don't
सर
give anything on the dialog box. Just click on the icons wherever you want your conveyor will be, and automatically the dialog box will disappear once it was done. Okay.
ओके सर
Fine. Now, so what about the
Excuse me,
rest?
sir.
Yes.
So the toolbar is not visible on my simulation
Okay. See, if it is
software. So how?
disabled, then you need to enter into General tab. Sorry, Windows tab. There is Home Debugger in Windows. Okay, in that you need to go to Windows, and there is this toolbox
Yes, sir.
icon. This might be disabled. See, if I disable this one, it will be like this. If you want to enable it, just
Yes.
click on the toolbox. Automatically, it will be enabled.
Yes, sir. It is visible now. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. And what about the rest? Any doubt so far? Is it clear, or is it clear so far? Have you practiced all the things, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about the rest?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Manoj,
Yes, sir.
have you practiced so far?
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes, sir.
any doubts?
No, sir. Till now, no doubt.
Okay, Mr. Deepak,
Yes, sir.
same. Clear?
Yes, sir. सर मैंने आपसे चार्ट के रिगार्डिंग पूछा था सर, व्हाट्सएप पे भी तो आपने बोला था कि
Okay, okay.
आने वाली क्लासेस में बताओ।
Okay, fine. Mr. Pramjit,
Yes, sir.
any doubts? Or is it clear?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Hemant Singh,
Sir.
can you share your screen and show the models what we have prepared? Mr. Hemant,
Yes, sir.
could you please
Yes,
share
sir.
your screen? Open your software and open your models which you have prepared so far.
Screen.
No, it's not visible.
Not yet.
Yes, Mr. Hemant, yes, it's yours. It's my screen. Okay, it's your screen only. No, no, it's my screen. Hemant Singh presentation. Guys, is it visible for you? For me, it's not visible. Yes, it's visible. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing your screen. Mr. Sachin, Mr. Sachin, Mr. Deepanshu,
Yes, sir.
any doubts? Is it clear?
No, sir. It's clear till now.
Okay. I can one. I'll pick one more. Miss Ankita,
Yes, sir.
any doubts so far?
No, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay, fine. I will start the session. Let me disable this one. Fine.
Use my bill.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I have a problem, sir.
Okay.
Sir, while setting time, I'm able to setting time, but I'm unable to apply it, sir.
Okay. Could you please share your screen?
Sir, actually, I have joined the meet in my phone, sir.
Okay, fine. Fine. I'm from the first day onwards. I'm telling you guys, you need to log in with your laptop so that whenever a doubt is there, so automatically you can share your screen and the doubt will automatically resolve. If I try to do it here, what will be happen? Maybe the thing which you are facing won't be, I mean, possible here. Okay, fine, no problem. Can you please explain me what exactly you are facing? See, this is the model I
Sir,
have prepared. Just a second. Yes. Now, where exactly you are facing the problem?
actually, I'm unable to see the presentation, your presentation. It's not visible, sir.
It's not visible. Just a second.
Yes, sir.
It's visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, can you tell me where exactly you are facing the difficulty?
So actually, we will set the time, sir,
Yes, event controller.
using event controller.
Yes, in the settings tab here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us say how many hours you want or how many days you want. Let us say 5 hours. Okay,
Okay.
5. Apply 5 hours. Now,
I went to control, sir.
okay, you need to click apply, then control. Reset the simulation. Then, if I start the simulation, see it will work. If I try to make it faster, then after 5 hours, it was stopped.
Okay, sir. Just a minute, sir. I'll try to work it.
Okay. Maybe you have given anything here. Maybe you have disturbed these things. Kindly check it. It should be interval adjustable and it should be -1. Then only this simulation will work according to time. If you give both, then what will be happen based upon the input or based upon this thing? This may differ. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Kindly check it. If you still face any doubt, then do WhatsApp me on my number. Okay, regarding your doubt, I will let you know.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. So I hope it's clear, guys. Right?
So can you please explain
Yes,
about the
sir.
conveyor again?
Which one?
So
Conveyor.
the error with the conveyor.
Okay, fine. I will do that. Today we are going to discuss. Let me. Okay, close. Now open model. Which is our model? Model 2. No, no. This is not the model we have worked. I hope model 1. Right? This is the previous model which we have worked. So, what exactly you want? Which error?
So I am not able to place the conveyor in between the processes.
Okay, fine.
The how do I get rid of the dialog?
Yes. For that, see, these are the missions. I don't want. Okay, I have saved it. Fine. Let me start with a newer one. I'm deleting everything and I'm deleting this also, this thing also. Yes, I'm saving this model as model 3. Okay, for reference. Now I need to use a mission and input and a drain, and I'm going to use two different missions, three missions. Arrange icons, align horizontally, arrange icons, distribute horizontally. Fine, now I want to place a conveyor. So for placing a conveyor, you need to click on this conveyor tab. Okay, so once you press this one, then there is a dialog box that was appeared here. So if it was 0 0 and everything is 0, which means it is free flowing conveyor will go into possible here, which means this is my first object and this is my second object, or I can place anywhere. Why? Because I haven't mentioned any. See here in the dialog box, I haven't mentioned any angle. That is why it is freely flowing. Even though if I click like this, even though I use like this, there is no any angle specified in default. That is why I am getting this much of different conveyors. See what will happen if I press 25 degrees. Okay, then see I will be getting 25 only. If at all I want to move upward 90 degrees, it is not possible. Okay, see again here, if it is 25 more than, if I am giving 55 degrees, okay, I have mentioned 55 degrees, and see 50 at 55 degrees only I will be getting conveyor. I don't, if I want a straight line, but it is not possible. Why? Because I have mentioned some tangential angle, I have mentioned some angle. That is why, see 55 at 55 only I am getting a conveyor. Whereas if I click 0, then what will be happened? I can get a zero line. Same thing. Okay, if this is like this, clear? If you mention those things, then automatically it will be constrained. The length of the angle, the length, everything will be constrained. Now see, here I will be using 0 and here I will be using 10 as the length. Here I will be using some 45 degrees. Now see what will happen. I will be getting a 45 degrees. Again 45, 45, 45. Okay, so this is the conveyor I am getting. Same thing. Let me delete everything. Conveyor, here I am using some 30 degrees and the length is 5. Now see, I will be getting clear. If I delete everything, then there is a free form of conveyor will be available. Clear?
Yes, sir. So in order, if we want a conveyor to go directly, we just have to ignore the dial-up that appears.
Yes. Now open model and model 3 I am opening. Now this is my model 3. Here, okay. So far we have done this conveyor part. Now I will be entering into next important topic. Just a second, notification. Fine. Yesterday we have done this conveyor section. Okay. Today I am going to explain converter, angular converter, turntable, and turnplate. These are the four important things for material handling. Okay. I'll explain you all those things in detail today in today's session. Okay. A mission and a source. Same first mission and second mission, third mission. Three missions I have placed. Arrange horizontally and distribute horizontally. Fine. Now I'm using a conveyor here from this to this. What happened? See, I have altered something. That is why. Conveyor, and here it is like 0. It is like 0. Now the model is completely disturbed. So let me close. Now create new model 2D. Abort. So it was 0. Anchor. Finish. The length is given 0. That is why. Let me close it. Now I will be restarting it. Create new model 2D. Fine. What happened? Okay, maximize it. I will be using first mission and second mission. Here I am using a conveyor from this, yes, this, and an input and an output. If you disturb anything and if it is getting the same thing, then automatically close the model, close the simulation and reopen it. So what are the changes that you have done, that will automatically reverted. Okay, this is the conveyor. Now
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Sir, sometimes the conveyor is connected at one station and not connected in station
two, right?
station second. Then how?
Yes. When see, if the conveyor is like this, no, then I want to connect. So there are two methods. First is directly by clicking a conveyor on station 1 and station 2. This is one method. Okay. And second method is just drawing the conveyor somewhere like this. Okay. It was done. Then hold this connector and connect these two. Connect and these two. This one and this one. It was connected. Now you can increase the length, and you can drag over there. Okay. And
Okay,
if at all you want to modify the length of the conveyor, then for that you need to click on the conveyor. Then what will be happen? See, there are some nodes. There is a square representation here. We call it as a node. So that will be highlighted. You need to click on it and you can change its length. You can change its angle. Anything you want, you can change it by using that node only. Okay. Now when it was connected, now I am placing in between the stations. Now this is first application. Now second application is I am having a source, I am having a station, where it is, a station, and I am connecting this with this one. Now I am having another station and I am having a drain. Now how to connect these two? How to connect station 2 and station 3? If I connect like this, is it correct?
No, sir.
This is no way correct in the industrial perspective. If at all you want to connect these two, then you need to follow certain procedure for conveyor. That is maybe a straight line. After that, so how I will get a curvature?
By clicking control.
Yes, by clicking control. If it is upward direction, then you can choose upward. If it is downward direction, then drag the mouse to the downward direction. Then it is like this. Again, same. Fine. Now done. This is first thing. Now this is a angular curvature. I mean this is a radial curvature. If at all I want a curvature, I want a sharp edge 90 degrees. How can I supposed to do that? Now I am copying. Control C is copying and Control V is pasting. Okay, done. Now I am deleting this one. Here instead of this curvature, radial curvature, I am using C. Okay. These are the two applications. Now just observe what will happen. Event controller. There is no time. Fine. I'm resetting it. I'm making it slower. I'm running it. Leave this one. Now we will be considering. Just a second. I'm going to delete it. Yes. This is case 1 and this is case 2. Okay. Fine. Case 1 and case 2. Now I need to work on these two cases. Resetting the simulation. See. Now observe this one and tell me the difference.
सर फर्स्ट थोड़ा फास्ट है मटेरियल मोमेंटम.
No. See, this speed we can give it anything. I mean, I want to use this conveyor for 10 kmph. I can give 10 kmph here. At the same time, I can give 10 kmph here. The speed won't matter in these two. Maybe I will reduce this one. Okay, I am going to connect this conveyor with this machine. Now have a look. Reset the simulation. Have you observed anything?
So orientation.
Yes. What exactly orientation means? See here, a part is coming in both directions. See, maybe if I reduce this also, don't worry about this one. I am deleting it one, and here I will be placing a straight conveyor and an angular one and a down. Done. I will be placing these two here, which means I am going to connect this with this mission. Now see how the part is entering into conveyor. In which direction? Maybe in a rectangular way in which the length is greater as well as breadth is smaller. Now what is happening after this point? How the part enter into conveyor? Now what is the part orientation? Now if the part entered into mission like this, where exactly the operation will perform? See here, when the part entering, I want to do an operation on this side. Okay, on this side. Clear? Now what is happened? The part orientation is changing. The orientation is changed here. Now where exactly the operation will be performed? At this position. This side or downside? Right side or downside?
Downside, sir.
But here in the orientation I have prepared for right side. I want to do the operation on right side. But here because of this conveyor, what happened? The part orientation is changed. So it was altered, it was rotated to 90 degrees. Now what is happening after rotating 90 degrees? The part is entering similarly into the mission, so that the operation which is going to perform on the right side will be accidentally done on this upward direction because of this orientation change. Clear?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let me. Okay, now if I explain you something, then it will be difficult. Fine. I will, whenever the 3D comes, then I will explain you in detail. But as of now, see, if we use a conveyor in this radial as well as curvature, 90 degrees curvature, what is happening? The orientation of the object is changing. Now I don't want to change the orientation, which means the part is coming like this and it need to enter in this direction only. Then for that application, see, this is case 2. For that application I will be using here. I am resetting it. Instead of this conveyor I will be using just a second. Okay, from this mission to this position, done. And I will be using angular converter from this position, this and this, done. Again from this position I will be using. Now I am connecting this with this one. Okay, smaller one, so that it will be visible. Okay, fine. Now I'm resetting the simulation. Just observe the case 3. Now what is the difference between these 3? First one, second one and third one. In these two, what is happening? The orientation is changing. But here, is it changed? Or the part is entered like the say, I mean how it entered into the conveyor, it is moving in that direction only. That with that orientation only.
Sir, it is in the same orientation.
Clear? This is called as an angular converter. Okay, the name is called as an angular converter. So whenever you want an orientation, whenever there is a need of orientation, then at that point you need to use these angular converters at the corners. So that what will be happen? The part that is coming from the mission or different missions, if the orientation is plays a key role, then we need to use this type of converters, so that it will maintain the orientation and it will distribute to the next conveyor. Now see, I don't want these two. Now same here, if I use a, okay, where is this conveyor? From this I am using a conveyor like this. Now what will happen? See, a part is entering here and it is maintaining the orientation it is entering into this, and once it was done, now what happened again? If we use a conveyor like this, what will be happen? It will be like this. If at all I want to maintain this orientation, then what I need to use here? Do I need to use a conveyor or a converter?
Converter.
See, okay, now I will be deleting this one and I will be using a converter from this to this and this. Once it was done, again I will be using a conveyor between these two. Now see. Now is it clear? This is the main advantage of converters, angular converters. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What will happen if we use a conveyor?
The orientation of the object will change.
Okay. So whenever there is a curvature, or whenever the part need to change its direction from x direction to y direction, then at that point at the corner we will be using a converter to maintain the orientation. If orientation place, I mean if orientation matters, then we need to use this converter. If orientation doesn't matter, maybe the part is coming like this, and here there is a worker, that worker need to pick a part from this one and need to place here, then no problem, the worker will automatically adjust it. For that applications there is no need of this angular converters. But if it is automated process, or maybe there is a robot here, the robot is picking a part and it will be placing here. Actually the robot is programmed to pick a part with this orientation only. Now what will happen if the orientation changes? The part is not going to fix in this robot grippers, so that it will be halted, or the process will be paused. At that application we are going to use this orientation, and the robot will pick the part and it will place based upon the program which was given. Clear? This is called as a angular converter. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I will delete. Clear with this converter, so that we can move to next one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will start with these two. Okay, turntable as well as turn plate. Now see, if at all I want to do the modification, see now I have selected everything. See, if at all I want to select everything, then you need to press control, I mean hold control, and you need to select everything. Everything will be selected. Now if at all you want to, same like I told you, if at all you want to increase or decrease the length, then click on the icon you want to do the modifications, and there will be some nodes that will be enabled. So click on that node and you can alter the size. Same with this also, you can increase the size. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. This is the first method. Now second one is turntable. I will explain you once I have done with these two. Okay, turntable. So for turntable, just click on the turntable, and here same two icons, first icon and second icon, which is length. How much length you want? I have defined this. This turntable is used for collecting material from single station. Now see, again a simple example, and a machine and a conveyor. Now there are what it means. I'm just describing like this, but it is not at all correct. I mean this is not correct, but I am just explaining you how this will going to work. Connected, and yes, connected. Now see, this is called as a turntable. The main application of turntable is it will collect the material from conveyor, and it will distribute the material to conveyor 1 as well as conveyor 4. For that, how is, see, just deleting this one. See, this is the method I want to use. Now I can pick this turntable and place it and place it. Once it was done, then I need to connect. I can connect these two at the same time output. So there are two outputs here, so I need to connect first and first connected, and this conveyor and this one. Now it will be having one input and two outputs. Okay, I want, I can,
Yes, sir.
yes, if at all I want, I can increase the length, or I am moving these things. Now if I run the simulation, I need to give this connection. Okay, I am resetting the simulation, running it. Clear? This is called as a turntable. Now what will happen if there are 4 or 5? If there are 2, it is working. Will it work for 4 or 5? You say whether it will work or not.
सर इससे ड्रेन वगैरह का वेटिंग टाइम चेंज नहीं होगा क्या, अलग अलग ड्रेन्स का?
See, मैंने इधर ड्रेन रखा, क्या है कि पार्ट नहीं ही आई मीन होल्ड होना चाहिए ऑन कन्वेयर ऐसा. Otherwise I can place some things. See, I will be again control C copy and control V paste. I will be using this. I will be using this. Okay, now I am connecting this with this one, this with this one, which means this process is connected. Material from this station is going to collect here, and material from this station is going to collect here. I am resetting the simulation. Now see. Okay, generally this will be used in assembly sections or at the input sections. Where what will be happen, a machine is continuously producing input, and there will be having multiple, I mean same production lines, like production line 1 2 3 4. It will be doing the same process. This material will be automatically distributed to the next subsequent process. From that it will collect and it will serve as an input, and the subsequent process will be continued. Okay, now see, I am increasing the size, number of conveyors. Here I will be using. Now how many subsequent process are there here?
5.
Okay, so in plant simulation, one thing you need to understand, if there are 5, so out of 5, if you connect this conveyor with this conveyor 4, then it will be treated as a first one, first connection. After that, if you connect these two, see, if you connect 1 2 3, this one with this one 3, this with this one 4, it was not enabled, with this one After that, if you connect this with this one, 5 connectors. If I connect like this, out of which what is the first connection?
Conveyor 4.
Conveyor 4. Now if I run the simulation, see what will happen. The part portion into this conveyor. If you want to follow some serial order, then you need to connect with respect to that only. Now I don't want this as a first connection. Now I am deleting this one. I need to delete everything, all the connections. Okay. Now what is the first connection? From this to this. This is my first connection. And second one would be this one. Third was this. Fourth was this one. And fifth one was this. Now I have disturbed, I have given everything. Now I can reconnect. I can rearrange. Okay, then I am resetting the simulation. Now see. First. Three. 4. 5. Clear? This is how turntable
Yes, sir.
works. Input, if there is only one input and that input need to be distributed to multiple channels, then we can do like this. Okay, and if at all I can give the angle also. See here, if I double click on this one turntable, then there will be a dialog box that will be appeared. In the dialog box there are a lot of things involved here. There is an entry angle and exit angle. These two are the important things. What is entry angle here?
So the angle at which the conveyor will be connected to the turntable.
Yes, now see, I will be giving you one thing, control C, control V. Now what happened here? Now if I run the simulation, see. Okay, see, this is called as entry and this is called as exit. Here we can monitor that also, we can change that also. See here, entry angle is, if we click entry angle, then there are two connections are there for this input. First connection is 180 degrees. At 180 degrees the part is entering. At the same time at 146 degrees another part is entering. See, at this connection the part is entering. When this conveyor comes to this 180 degrees, automatically part is entered, so which is not right. I am going to change that also. Instead of 180 I will be using some 220. Okay, approximately I am giving 220. Okay, now I am resetting the simulation and see what will happen. Where it is collecting, observed. At 180 only it is collecting. Now I will do this one. I will delete this connector. I will delete this connector and I will add a connection with this point to this point. It was connected. See, now this mission with this one. Reset it. If I check this one, there are, see, 213 and 146. If I run the simulation, this turntable will collect the input, first input at 213 degrees at here. Simultaneously this will collect this, which is automatically. If I don't want this 213, I want to change it to 220 degrees, then I can directly give 220, apply. So at 220 this will collect. At the same time this also, instead of 146 I want 145 exact figure. I can click and I can reset the simulation, I can run it. So that angle will automatically change. At 220 the part is collected. I can check here 220 145. Clear? And
Yes, sir.
there is one more thing also. So there is option which side. So whether you want to correct the part from this side or this side, that can also be defined. So if you click any, which means based upon the easiest way, I mean based upon the least distance, it will considered as end point or start point. If you specify start point, then what will happen? At anyhow this robot, this is a start point, so this will reach to that position, it will pick the part. See, here also start point, here also start point. Apply. Okay. I am resetting the simulation and I am going to check it again. Start point. Okay. Reset and run. So this is the start point. Now material will be going to collect at this point only, not from this point. Collected, distributed. It is automatically changing. But what will happen in actually, material going to collect from this station only. That is what exactly the start point or stop point. Generally we use any, so which means the least possibility. Whenever the distance is least, so automatically it will collect that as a least possible distance and it will go to the subsequent stations. That is entry angle. And there is one more thing that is called as exit angle. If you click on exit angle, you will be having 5 different tabs. Why 5?
So because we have five
Because
connected,
there are
so at the
5
output.
conveyors.
Yes, we have 5 output conveyors. That is why there will be having 5. Each and everything will be having separate angle. Conveyor 5. This is conveyor 5. This conveyor 5 is angle 258 degrees angle. Now I don't want this. I want to change it to 250 exact. Apply. After that is 280. I want to make it round figure. Or if there is having some, I mean according to the layout, this angle is only 275. Then I can describe 275. This is 226. I want only 300. Here it is 45 90. Okay, these are angle. Okay. Okay, reset it and run it. So once I have defined the angle, I can check. See here, once the part entered. See, now this is the angle. So based upon that, I can modify my bridge like this. It was done. Now they are both are connected. Now I will be checking the third one, correcting part. Yes, it was perfect. If at all you want to move the conveyors, then you can use the arrow buttons also in your keyboard. So you can use upward, downward, forward and negative, so that it will be moved. Okay, now I have defined this. And see here, this is not correct. Clear? This is called as a turntable, with which you can collect multiple inputs. At the same time, you can distribute the outputs to different stations, different conveyors, different process lines. Okay, this is the application where we are going to use this turntable. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you practice this, automatically you will be getting an idea.
Yes, sir.
And there will be a lot of other things like rotation per degrees, conveyor speed. These things will be discussed in the later sessions. First, how to build a turntable and how to give the angles, that is a mandatory thing as of now. So once it was done, so once you are familiar with all the concepts, all the tools, then we are going to calculate the length, as well as there will be a speed. As you said, the speed also, we can define the speed. We can define the time also, rotation per time per 90 degrees, how much time it will be taking, that can also be monitored. Everything can be automatically altered. Okay, so this is what turntable is. Now what would be turn plate then? I have explained you turntable. Now what would be turn plate? So there is one icon. If I click this one, I'll say this is turn plate. Now what is its application? Any idea?
सर एक साथ कई सारे प्रोडक्ट्स को आइटम्स को रोटेट करता होगा.
Okay, fine. No, not exactly. Fine, I will tell you.
So maybe the direction.
Yes. Turn plate is like a direction. Just like the angular converter, what is happening here? The orientation. It is maintaining the orientation. If there is an object, let me connect. Okay, one conveyor was done, and there is one more conveyor, and there is a simple drain. Okay. This one with this one. Now I want to run this simulation. Now see what will happen. Let me check. Let me drag it. Yes, both are connected. So I am dragging it to its original position. Observe this. What is happening?
Orientation is changing, sir.
Yes. Whenever there is a need of change in orientation, which is a 90 degrees only, 90, 180, 270, 360 degrees, in that direction, if at all I want to change my orientation, then I can use this type of turntable, or sorry, turn plate. Now, I'm having a simple thing. Previously, changing the direction, we have used a conveyor. Now, first mission and an input. Let me reset everything from this. Okay, here I will be using a template. It is not connected. I'm connecting this with this mission. It was connected. Yes, everything is connected. Let me increase its size so that it is visible. Fine, and there is a drain. There is this connection. Okay, now see what will happen. If I run the simulation, okay, clear, which means instead of using these many angular converters at the end of the processor before the mission, I can use a turn plate and I can define the angle. See here, I am resetting it. When you double click this one, there is an angle here, angle 90 degrees. So what sort of angle you want to rotate, whether you want to rotate 90 degrees or 180 degrees. So if I click 180 degrees, see what will happen in this conveyor turn plate. A part is coming and it is rotating for 180 degrees. It will be forward to next one. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now can you tell me one more application for this turn plate? Where exactly we are going to use this one in our process?
सर कोई चीज पैक करनी होगी तो ऐसे यूज कर सकते
Okay, पैक कर दे, यूज कर सकते हैं. और
Sir, in drilling or cutting.
okay, see, simple application. This is the best example. So whenever there is a conveyor is needed and whenever I need a part, orientation is also matters. Instead of using these many number of angular converters, if my plant is having some 20 or 30 radial curvatures or sharp edges or 90-degree angle rotation is there, I don't know how much orientation it was changed, but at the end, see, this is the end of the process, and after this is the final conveyor and a part is entered here, and after that this I need to inspect this where I need to do the final operation. At this operation I can check what is the notation of the part here. So if the part is coming in y direction, I want in x direction, then I can give that angle here to rotate from y to x. So if it is minus 90, then I can rotate, see here, let me give it to minus 90, apply, okay. So if I run it, it will rotate back to its previous direction, anti-clockwise direction. Clear? This is how we are going to do it. So instead of using these many things, finally at the end of the inspection, at the end of the mission, so before the mission, I can directly place this type of turntable to maintain the orientation and to process it further. That is what exactly the main application of turn plate. Clear? That is the main difference between turn plate
Yes,
as
sir.
well as turntable. Turntable is used to distribute the material at different stations, whereas turn plate is used for the orientation changing. Okay. Now there is one more thing that is called as a converter, bridge converter. We will call it as a bridge converter. So generally it is used for, let me reset it. See, I am using this converter or bridge converter between these two stations. Again, for drawing that, click on this one, and so first point and second point. So you will be having this type of thing. See, the symbol itself indicating there is a arrow, which means the material flow is from this direction to this direction, and in between there is a partition, which means some other part is also going to enter here from this direction. I can do that, which means, see, I can increase the length, I can increase this length, and I can.
So your screen is stuck.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, sorry. What is happening at this time? Give me a second, guys. Hotspot is on. Lost connection. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Let me check.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Yes. See, if you want to use this bridge converter, then click on this one and first object. Is it visible? Second object. There is a delay, I hope, right?
Yes, sir. There is network lag.
Okay, fine. I will explain you this and I will close this meeting today. Okay. So this is what converter is. So which means there is an arrow mark here, which means the material is flowing from this direction to this direction, and there is a small line in between that arrow, which means it is a additional process. I can add additional process in this direction also. See, I will explain you that. I am connecting this with this one and same this with this one. Now it was connected. If I run the simulation, then it will work on the same way. See, just like a conveyor, it will act like a conveyor only. Now I want to use it. There is a middle process here. I can add some other process. For that, see, from this station I am adding it to the center.
सर स्क्रीन फिर से फ्रीज हो गई है
Now
अच्छा अभी
see here.
दिख रहा है माउस.
Okay, so this is the converter and I am adding station, some other process to this converter in the middle of the converter. I need to connect in the middle. So it was connected. Now see what will happen. I am resetting it. I am running the simulation. Just observe the products. Clear? From the center point, the part from this station are entering. That is what converter is. Means if there are simultaneous processes that is happening in industry and there is one last mission with which I am going to do a chamfer application or end milling application or a packing application. So different parts are entering into this conveyor by the help of this converter. So which means a part is entering here, at the same time there is a bridge junction. It's called as a bridge. So in the bridge what is happening, the part is also entering from this direction and the part will be moving. One part from this and one part from this one. It will follow that type of rule. Clear? Or else see, I will show you one more thing. I am decreasing its now.
Sir, is it applicable for only one process or can you add multiple processes at the same junction?
No, there is only one is limited. For this one they are limited. That is why generally we won't use this in the industries, but there is a tool. That is why I'm explaining you. See, first one and second one. Similarly, from this mission to this one. Now yes, it was connected in three way. If I run it, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is what
Yes,
exactly a
sir.
bridge converter is. These are the different form of conveyors or converters we are going to use in industry. First one is a regular conveyor where we are using for a general applications. If the application is matters, if the orientation matters, then we are going to use this angular converter as well as turn plate for the orientation of part. For changing the orientation of part, for maintaining the orientation part, we are going to use these two things, angular converter as well as turn plate. Whereas turntable is used for collecting the material from different sources and distributing it to multiple directions. That is done by this turntable. And there is a converter which is act like a bridge, which means what will be happen, parts from different areas can be collected and it can be subsequently given to some other conveyor. That is called as a bridge converter. Clear with this conveyor part, material handling part?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, kindly practice all these things today. There is some internet connectivity also here. I don't know why exactly it is happening at this time only. So kindly practice all these items, all these things, all these tools like material handling missions, like I already told you in yesterday's session. Prepare small layouts like 5 missions, 15 missions, and by using these type of different conveyors as well as connectors, turntable, turn plate, and check how exactly the material orientation is changing. So if at all you want some other things, try doing all the different activities. When you do the different thing only, you will be getting clear, you will be having a better hands on. So if you keep preparing a plant like this, see, like in simple model, you won't be having any difficulty in this. So if you prepare a plant like this in this type of model, then what will be happening, there are a lot of complexities here. So with this complexity you can somehow you will try to manage it, then the plant simulation is with you. So if you face any difficulty, then you can ask me, I will explain you again, it will be clarified. It is like this. Okay, so you need to practice continuously on different type of on your own assumption layouts. So maybe having some 20 missions, 30 minutes, maybe 5 missions. From the 5 missions only typical connections were there, different orientations will be there. What will be happen if there will be having 2 or 3 different simultaneous orientations? Like check all the processes and get familiar with all these tools. Fine, clear?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow
Okay, sir.
again. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
I have done this material handling today. So tomorrow I am going to discuss about these robots as well as some other 2D components. Once I am done with 2D components, then most probably tomorrow we are going to enter into 3D atmosphere. Okay, or from Monday onwards we will work on 3D atmosphere. I'll work, I mean, this week we'll complete with 2D only. So there will be having parallel missions, there will be having robots, and there will be having a store buffer. All these things I will be explaining you in tomorrow's session. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just practice all
Okay,
these
sir.
things
Okay, sir.
and do let me know if you're having any difficulties. Clear? That's it from my
सर
Okay,
side.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
एक इशू आ रहा है सर कि
Yes.
पहले स्टेशन में वो ब्लॉक क्यों हो जा रहा है, मतलब जो हमारा सोर्स स्टेशन के वो आ रहा है तो उसमें चार्ट में ब्लॉक शो कर रहा है,
आपको
ब्लॉक मतलब
कभी भी सोर्स को चार्ट पे नहीं रखना है. So why? Because source is like it is having 1000 number of inputs, 2000 number of inputs, 3000 number of inputs. Here there won't be having any limitation. So if you drag this to a chart, automatically every time it will show a blockage only. Why? Because this machine is directly connected with this one. Whenever a part that was processed from this machine is over, then only the input will be entering into next mission. That is why input will always, source is or source input, it will always be in a blocking phase only. So we'll be having a lot of input ready with the input or the source, and it is waiting for the mission. So mission will do one by one. So this we can't place this source as well as drain in our charts. So we're going to work with from the station 1 only.
ओके सर.
Okay, fine. That's it from my side, guys. If you having any doubt, you can ask me or you can text me personally. Still, if you are having any doubt, we will clarify it on tomorrow session. Just like share your screen with your model. And one more thing, guys, prepare the model and save it. So tomorrow I'm going to check randomly. So I'll call some persons by name like today, and I will going to check the model which you have prepared, so that I will also be confident on whether you are preparing or not. So if you're facing any difficulties, then ask me. No worries in this. I will try to explain. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine, guys. Then chalo. Then bye. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day, sir.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day to you too.